Have you ever pictured spending your final years alone in the home you have now? Here's something few realize. In America, 1 in 3 people aged 65 or older lives alone. For women over 75, it's nearly 1 in 2. These aren't just numbers. They could reflect your own future. Maybe you share your life with a partner today, but statistics tell us one usually leaves before the other, leaving 7 to 10 years of solo living. Many imagine peaceful futures, staying with family, enjoying a cozy home, or moving to a care community when the time comes. But as a physician who's helped families through these transitions, I can tell you those expectations often turn into challenges. Moving in with family can mean squeezing into spare rooms and treading carefully, not to feel like a burden. Many care homes accept only those already struggling, and when you truly need one, choices may be limited. And staying alone, unseen for days, that's not the ending anyone wishes for. Here's the truth. More than half of older adults who live alone say they can go a week without talking to anyone. 1 in 3 stays home for an entire month without going out. Life continues, but without connection, it becomes existence without living. This isn't just about aging alone. It's about doing so without a plan. The very home that once brought peace can become a quiet trap. But there's a better way. Today, I'll share 3 ways to live independently, yet stay fulfilled, respected, and connected. We'll learn through 3 real stories. 2 cautionary, 1 inspiring. Stay with me. These lessons could shape your best years ahead. Margaret's story. The cost of isolation. Margaret was 72 when her husband passed. Her children begged her to move closer, but she said, "I won't be a burden. I'll manage." She bought a small house in the countryside, beautiful, quiet, surrounded by nature. For a few weeks, it was perfect. She gardened, read, and called her daughter proudly, "I'm independent." But soon, independence turned into isolation. Days went by without a single conversation. At night, silence grew so heavy that every small sound startled her. Getting groceries meant long drives. One evening, chest pain struck, and fear hit harder than the pain itself. Emergency help took over an hour. She survived but realized, if I stay here, I'll fade away unseen. Within a year, she moved back to town. Being alone is fine, she told me, but feeling abandoned isn't. Margaret's story shows that distance and silence can slowly crush even the strongest spirits. Robert's story. Safe but spiritless, Robert, 69, lost his wife soon after retirement. His family pooled savings for a top-rated senior community. Safe, clean, full of amenities. Meals, laundry, medical help, everything was handled. At first, it felt perfect, but 7 months later, Robert came to see me with a deep sadness. His days were planned to the minute. Breakfast at 7, exercise at 9, lunch at 1, group games at 5, no freedom, no variety, no children's laughter, just quiet routines and aging faces. He asked me, "Doctor, am I living or just waiting?" Safety isn't the same as meaning. He eventually left that luxury setting saying, "It's a good place to end your days safely, but not to enjoy them." Robert's story reminds us that a life without purpose, even in comfort, still feels empty. Elizabeth's story, thriving alone, but connected. Elizabeth, 70, took a different path. She planned early, visited neighborhoods, and spoke directly to older adults living there. Her final choice surprised her family. A small 1-bedroom home, just 700 square feet, in a walkable neighborhood. But the brilliance was in the location. 4 minutes to a community hub for older adults, 2 minutes to a peaceful green park, 8 minutes to local shops. She didn't choose walls, she chose connection. Her days flow naturally. Gentle stretches at the hub each morning, lunch with friends there, afternoon walks through the park, and craft nights or tea chats in the evening. She lives alone, yet never feels lonely. My space is small, she says, but my world is wide. Elizabeth's secret? Elizabeth's independence with connection. The lesson: Margaret had distance, Robert had safety, but Elizabeth found balance, living solo yet surrounded by community. Research proves what these stories show. Loneliness doesn't just hurt the heart, it harms health. A major study found that isolation increases the risk of early death by 50%, as dangerous as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, worse than obesity or high blood pressure. Brain scans even show shrinkage in areas tied to memory, while active, social brains stay stronger for decades. So, the goal isn't just where to live, it's how to live connected. Even if you're partnered now, remember, one of you will likely spend years alone. Plan today, while both can choose wisely. 3 smart paths for living well alone. 1. A small home near a senior activity hub. The best solo setup is a modest home, around 500 to 900 square feet, within a 10-minute walk of a lively senior or community center. Why this works? A small space is easy to clean, yet roomy enough for hobbies or visitors. Proximity to the hub means natural social contact, daily activity, and purpose. At these centers, you'll find movement classes, low-cost lunches, workshops, and friendly faces. They're more than buildings. They're anchors against isolation. Your step: search Senior Activity Center plus your city. Call, visit, attend one session. That first visit might change your path completely. 2. A ground floor home beside green space. Another great choice: a first-floor apartment or condo near a safe park or walking path. Why? Daily movement is medicine. Just 30 minutes outdoors cuts sadness, stress, and mental fog. Nature renews energy, offers sunlight and fresh air, and encourages small, daily connections. A nod to a passerby, a chat on a bench. Being on the ground level also adds safety and convenience. No stairs, quick exits during power issues, and easier access as mobility changes. Your step: find a place where you can step outside and walk immediately. Commit to strolling at the same time daily. You'll soon recognize familiar faces and form gentle friendships. 3. Close to family, but not under the same roof. Living near loved ones, about a 10-minute walk away, is what I call the sweet spot. Close enough for help, far enough for privacy. Under one roof, tensions rise. Too far, connections fade. But nearby, you share life while keeping space to breathe. I once told a patient, think of porcupines in winter. They huddle for warmth, but stay just far enough to avoid hurting each other. Family life works the same way. Your step: have the conversation now. Say, let's live near each other, not together. This clarity preserves both love and independence. The time to prepare isn't later, it's now. Whether you're 60 or 80, you deserve to live with choice, connection, and dignity. Start exploring. Look online for small homes near senior centers. Visit parks and walking paths close to your area. Talk with family about future proximity, not dependency. Your later years shouldn't be about shrinking. They should be about expanding your sense of community and peace. Remember, a fulfilling solo life doesn't come from luck. It comes from design. A smaller, well-placed home can hold a big, vibrant life. At the start, I asked if you've ever imagined growing old alone. Now, you can see. It doesn't have to mean loneliness. A thoughtful plan can make those years secure, meaningful, and full of joy. So, what's your first step? Comment below. Type 1 if you'll explore communities near a senior hub. 2 if you'll look for homes near green space. 3 if you'll start that family conversation. Your comment is more than words. It's a promise to yourself and encouragement to others. If this message brought clarity or comfort, tap like, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to stay connected with more insights. You deserve to age with freedom, companionship, and dignity. Until the day you can live solo without loneliness, remember, you're not alone on this journey. Here's to your peace, your health, and your next beautiful chapter.